So I'm assuming this is Westlake. So Westlake is opting to take second pick. So we'll see when we get started in the game. Here we go. Game number 2 between Westlake and Cheese. Seeing as my hotkeys aren't working, I gotta manually tab and go out. So right off the bat, we have Clock being banned for Daryl's deals. And then we have Dawnbreaker, typical ban right now. She is very broken. Earthshaker, been seeing a lot of Earthshaker mid.
Where's my cat?
Been seeing a lot of Earthshaker mid. So that's the reason why you see Earthshaker banned here. Necro, not your average first tier ban. Still really strong. But right now I think there's a lot of other stronger heroes out there. In the pool, we have Trent Protector being banned on the side of Glugged in the Gulag. That is their name on here. So it looks like they switched around. So let's switch these so that way we got everything. Okay, so we got Westlake. My cats are literally looking at my mouse like, I'm going to attack it. But you better not. Okay. Nature Prophet, another ban. Which is a very common first round ban. His sprout makes him so versatile and so good early on. And he just scales so hard if he gets that chance to snowball. So that is another key ban that they're banning. We do have a Razor ban. Sorry about that. Okay. So we do have the first pick coming out for the side of Radiant, also known as Cheese. So first pick is a Gyrocopter. So this is usually one of the first bans for most teams. Gyro does make it through, and he is picked by the Radiant side. On the side of the Dire, we do have the Witch Doctor coming out, which, again, in my opinion, because he is pure damage now with his ult, I think it's so freaking good. And I say that like it's so good. Like I played against a Witch Doctor mid a couple times, and before I knew about the change with his ult, dude, it wrecked me. It's just so good in team fights if you can get Witch Doctor's ult off. So for the side of Radiant, we do have Visage coming out. Now, these aren't your typical first and second round bans. I'm assuming that the Dire, those are their key heroes. And that's kind of why they've decided to ban like the Necro, the Clockwork, and the Visage. Normally they come at a tier 2 ban. I mean, Visage was a tier 2 ban. But, and then we have the Darkseer, another good ban. I think Darkseer is really good right now with his wall, especially if he does get Gyro in his wall. So another good ban. On the side of Dire, we do have Slardar being banned and Venge being picked. If there is a couple heroes I hate, Venge is on the top. Just because I hate when basically you get your ags and you basically have 2 lives. But you only give the enemy team credit for 1 life. Um, and if you live long enough, you respawn right where your illusion is. We do have Elder Titan coming out for the Radiant. Um, so more than likely it's going to be an Elder. I'm, I mean, it's too early to call, but Elder could be a 3 or a 4. I don't see Elder being a 5 with Gyro. Um, we do have a Snapfire coming out for their 3rd pick. So right now, Dire have 2 more picks before another ban phase, and then we got Radiant with 1 left. We do have a Doom coming out in the side for the Dire. So it looks like they do have their positions 3, 4, and 5, more than likely. So they're looking to pick up a carry and a middle. More than likely, we're going to save their middle for the last pick. So we're looking at a carry here. So anyone, I mean, Witch and Venge are both really good laners. I think they're really strong laners right now. So you could pick a weaker carry in lane that scales more so later. Or you could go something with Venge that has a lot of kill potential, or something with Nuke that has a lot of kill potential with Witch Doctor. So there's a lot of possibilities. It's funny that Trent Protector was, oh, never mind. I even said he was banned. I don't know why. Maybe I just have it in the back of my mind, like I'm scared of Trent Protector because he can come out and like 3-shot you. But they are taking their sweet little time. They want to make sure they get the right carry to go up against this team. Okay, so they did pick the Invoker. That is another hero right now that is really, really strong. He's usually always banned. Lately, he has been slipping through. I think a lot more people are learning how to counter him because Invoker's been gone from the pool per se. I'm a couple years, I think, if I remember. So Invoker being back, at first people didn't really know what to do with him. But people are kind of learning that. Invoker does have a lot of different spells to deal with his opponents. So we do have the Warlock coming out for the Radiant. Whew. I would not want to team fight the Radiant team right now. They have insane team fights. You got the Golem on top of the Gyro. Oh, man. And then you got the Snapfire ult. Ugh. Dude. Earth's... Oh, man. They got a team fighting team. Right now, you're looking at Dire. They need to pick a carry up that can kind of bring that team fight together. Right now, they have a lot of disable with Invoker. Doom, they have the Doom, so they could ultimately silence the Gyro and take his capacity of hitting everyone with his flat cannon away. Witch Doctor, when he gets his Ags, is really strong in the team fight, but until then, and it doesn't bounce. So I think the Dire team is looking more for a kind of 30-35 minutes where I think the Radiant are strong as soon as most of them get level 6. Dire right now are just looking for more pickoffs. So right now, we're probably looking at a. I mean, I've seen a bunch of Snapfires go middle. So we could be seeing Snapfire mid, we could be seeing Snapfire off lane. Um, but I'm mid against Invoker. Um, could go, could go a couple heroes, but I'm not too familiar with these teams whatsoever. So I don't know what their mids play. Um, I mean, heck, they could go something like Kunkka. That would be a really good addition to their team fight. You got a boat. You got freaking his cleave. I can't think of it what it's called right now. Um, and then the Dire are looking for something more. Okay, a puck. Uh, you got the coil for leash, stun if you come out of it. You got the illusionary orb, the warning rift, the phase shift. So it's not a bad pick. Puck can definitely dodge, the cask, even though the cask is much faster, or the magic missile by Venge. Doom is really good against Puck. Invoker will have a hard time because he won't be able to land combo. Ooh, okay. So this is kind of what I was thinking, more along the line. Dyers, they're not a huge team fight team off the start, so they're gonna want to try to get that farm, get those pickoffs, recuperate, get more farm until spec, is big enough to basically where she can just shadow step and haunt in and tear people apart. So we'll see going into game number 2 between Cheese and Westlake. Again, I'm not too sure who won game number 1. I did not ask, and because I'm a bad caster, I didn't ask. No, we just had Dota. Dota wanted to be a pain in the butt. Wanted to update the client like 4 times. I couldn't get into cast game number 1, so now I'm in the lobby so that way we can get this game casted and get it going. But yeah, so I think the Radiant are going to want to push earlier. Because the later it goes, Invoker and a Spec, just those two alone, I think late game, I think Spec, if Spec and Gyro are on the same level, I think Spec has the edge here just because of their late game team comp. But early game, I definitely think the Radiant can put pressure on the Dire side and make them struggle. So we'll have to go. We are going into game number 1. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And game number 1. Let's start with the KD. Okay, so it does look like we do have all 5 from the Radiant team coming down to bottom lane. Possibly invading the jungle, possibly just setting up in case when there is an invade going on. We do have a smoke coming out from the Dire side, so it does look like they are going to try to get a pick off. We do have Paralyzing Cast, Magic Missile. Doom hasn't scaled, Spec hasn't scaled yet, and Invoker has not gotten a spell yet. We do have the Rocket coming in from Gyro. We do have the Illusionary up. The cast does go on a couple. It does look like they are focusing the event. Oh, that was a very nice Fatal Bonds. It does look like Venge. All they have to... Okay, so it does look like Spec does get Elder, but it does look like Warlock does get the Venge. It does look like, whew, those fatal bonds are doing work. Illusionary orb up in 2 seconds. They could be getting the spec kill. The homing missile is coming in. That is actually going to be a kill on the spec. Spec does go down to the gyrocopter. And it does look like that will be it for the trade. Very nicely done. It does look like it does go in favor of the Radiant side. Yeah, that kill on spec. Oof, that missile. So as of lanes, it does look like we do have Puck, who does not have any mana against a full-fledged Invoker. So, I mean, he is close to bottle, but until he gets that bottle, he might struggle early laning phase against Invoker just because he does not have his full mana pool. We do have Witch up, just kind of roaming the jungle. We do have an Elder Titan and a Snapfire up here against a Spec Witch Doctor. So I'm going to say I think this lane is going to be pretty neutral for the most part. Both teams have escape. Both teams have, you know, a bunch of stun, slow, you know, stuff like that. We do have Bottle on the Puck, so he should be able to stabilize. And then here at bottom lane, we do have the Venge, Doom against a Warlock and Gyro. Again, this lane is pretty, with the Gyro and Warlock, you know, with the Shadow Word, he has the heals, does have the Fatal Bond, so if they do get too close to a creep wave, he basically is just going to Fatal Bond, and the Gyro is going to nuke the creep wave down with his Flak Cannon. So we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, top lane, it does look like Radiant side are pushing in on them. And, you know, I just want to come back to the mid lane. You know, I did say Puck was going to struggle early game because of that insufficient mana pool and health off the start, but ooh, this is a bad. Oh man, I think he is going down, and it does look like Invoker does get a kill on Puck. I'm not sure why he, I don't know what it's called. Oh, Ethereal Jaunt. I use it all the time, and I don't know what it's called. But I don't know why he came back, to do that. There was a courier kill up top lane. Elder Titan did get the courier of the Spec. Doesn't look like there was anything on it. It did get delivered to Spec before dying. So nothing, you know, I mean, they did get gold, but nothing of value was lost for the Spec. He didn't have to wait to get his Band of Elf skin. Does look like Invoker does miss his EMP. Does look like they are going to be trading off here. Illusionary Orb is back up for the Puck. Invoker does not have any skills at the moment. He does have a Cold Snap now. It does have a Wand. That is going to miss, so he's not going to be jaunting to that anytime soon. Meanwhile, Gyro and Warlock down here bottom. I think Warlock tried to pull, but did not get it in time. Does miss that camp. I mean, if we look in the way of the Radiant, does have Gyro on top with 19 and 7, Puck at 17 and 3. I mean, mid lane is tied. And then actually Snapfire up here is doing pretty dang good for an off lane. 17 and 3, Doom 16 and 2. So, I mean, it is fairly even at this point. If we look at the... See, you can tell I haven't casted in forever. I don't know the hotkeys anymore. Net worth, Gyro is on top, Invoker trailing about 50 gold behind. It does look like Gyro is quite a bit out of position, but there is no magic missile, being as it is on cooldown. Looks like the water runes were split between the two, and I did miss the dive. This is why I was paying attention until I got ADHD and went bottom. Does look like there is fatal bonds on the two bottom lane. But nothing is happening there. Does look like a cold snap EMP did go off middle. But nothing, I think this lane should be pretty passive for the most part. I don't think anything's gonna happen unless, you know. Yeah, I don't see too much happening with this lane combo. As long as Puck. Ooh, okay, there it is. Could have gotten a courier kill out of that though. Does have the teardrops. It's getting cold snapped. Does face shift the last. Oh, illusionary orb up. He's got to stay back. He has no escape for the next 5 seconds. Okay, there we go. He does miss that. Does look like Witch Doctor is rotating mid. Is pinging the rune saying, hey, I got top. How about you get bottom? Does look like Puck is falling awfully low. Does look like Elder Titan is rotating mid too. Does get some of the creep wave up of that, or the camp up there. Does have that damage. Is pounding this Witch Doctor out. Who is going to win? It does look like, and the kill goes in way of the Puck. The Puck may be in trouble, but he does have a loot. No, he does not have the mana anymore. And it does look like this could be a kill going in the way of Invoker, but no. It does look like, oh, Elder Titan will heat the cold snap. Oh, and it does look like that Ghost Walk comes out just in time. Elder Titan dropping so low. One more hit. Elder Titan would have bit the dust to Invoker, but Invoker does Ghost Walk. He is getting healed up, and he will be coming out here momentarily. It does look like Puck is going to retreat back from this lane. Meanwhile, it does look like Elder Titan is getting these stacks up here. You know, for the gyro once he gets that flat cannon leveled up and able to take those stacks. Meanwhile, top lane, we do have the Witch Doctor rotating around this. Maybe a kill on the Snapfire. The Coconut does bounce. The Maledict does hit. He does leap away with the Cookie. But it's not going to be enough to kill the Snapfire. Bringing him to about 200 health, I think. Yeah, a little more than 200 health. So, I mean, again, we look at the net worth of everyone. We still have Gyro on top where they want him to be. Gyro wants to be ahead of everyone this game. I think they definitely need to put pressure up when they hit that, you know, the golem, the call down, the coil by Puck, and the Mortimer's kisses. So we'll see what happens when the supports start getting to level 6. Illusionary Orb coming out, Phase Shift coming out, and he does. You know, I'm just gonna say teleport. Teleport's so much easier than this ethereal jaunt. Like, does look like the call down coming out, the Doom coming out by the Doom. The Spec does get the Shadow Step on, and it does look like Gyro does get the kill on the Doom, but in exchange, Spec does get the kill on the Gyro. Very nicely done by the Spec, and look, Spec's like, you know what? I'm going back top, and I'm gonna keep farming. So very nicely done by the Spec, coming in, taking that, securing that kill, that Doom kind of set up for the Spec Shadow Step. So we'll see what's going on up here. We do have Witch, Doom, and Spec up here at top. Invoker is TPing back to middle now. Gyro down here has his Falcon Blade, Power Treads, and a Wraith Band. If we look at Spec, we do have Power Treads on the side of Spec. Does look like we do have the Maledict, the Coconut, and the Dagger coming out, but it will not be enough to take the life of Snapfire. I mean, Snapfire with the Cookie and the Ring of Health, like, I don't see, without somebody rotating up, I don't see Snap dying. It does look like the coil coming out, the warning rift, and they are trying to bring down this spec, but I don't think they can do it at this point in time. The alt coming out, but to an illusion. Meanwhile, bottom, spec does drop pretty low, but should be fine. Is Fatal bonded to the Doom, so Doom needs to make sure not to take too much damage. Doom may be falling here. No. It does look like Gyrocopter does walk away. The flat cannon still hitting. Does look like the missile and the rocket barrage coming out on the Venge. But it does look like Invoker is coming down with a rune. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Hold up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm sorry about that, guys. So it does look like I did miss the gyro death. I am sorry about that. Had a call, so I needed to take that. I love how my cat is like blocking half of my mini map, so I can't really see too much about the mini map. So it does look like the stomp does miss on the Invoker. Does look like top lane we do have the puck on the Snapfire Illusionary Orb coming out. But I don't think they're going to be doing anything, seeing as they're under tower. There is a coil. Puck does phase shift, miss that tower. The coil actually does get the snap, or the spec. The Snapfire releasing his ult, coming down. The Snapfire trying to finish off the spec. The cookie coming out, and it does look like the Illusionary Orb is there, and it does look like the spec does fall to the puck. The rotation just not in time. There is a swap, but there's going to be no swap coming out today. So we do have the Urn and the Midas on the Invoker. Let's see. So Tumblr's Toy on the Doom. That's always a funny item, the animation. We do have Doom with the Midas. Warlock does have his Arcane Boots. Elder Titan, Phase Boots. Nothing special as of right now. Witchblade on the puck. So, I've been trying builds on puck, and I don't know if I like the Witchblade on puck. I think it's so situational. But hey, you know what? This puck could prove me wrong. You know, we look at the top net worth. Gyro is pulling ahead by just about 400, a little more than 400. So it's still a really close game. And then we got two cores by the Dire side with Doom and Invoker, almost top notch, 5600, 5700. Okay, you just blocked my mini map more, kitty. Any more, I'm gonna have to move you, okay? You know, it's crazy. No towers have fallen, and it's 13 minutes. The closest one is the Dire top lane. Gyro is putting a bunch of damage on this tower bot lane. It does look like the puck. It does look like they are going on the Doom with the call down, with the coil. The Doom does get the Doom off on the puck. Does look like the Witch Doctor does get his ult going, and it will be taking down both Gyro and Warlock with the Witch Doctor pure damage ult in trade. So that was a 3-for-1 trade, and they decided to dive the Doom. So this is what I was talking about. The Radiant are going to be doing a lot of pressure But as long as the Dire team gets those rotations, gets those the Radiant team out of position, I do not see the Dire team losing this. And that last fight was very well executed. It looks like the magic missile coming out. Does look like Puck will be able to get away. Elder Titan just smashing on the Venge, dropping her to 200 health. Witch Doctor does not have any mana, any health, and it does look like the Witch will go down. But will they get the Puck? The EMP does not land on the Puck. It does look like Illusionary Orb is up and running, but will it be enough to get away? Coil is up, and the cookie does not connect for Puck. Puck goes down to the Invoker with Alacrity on the side of him. It does look like they may be going on the Venge. The Magic Missile coming out on the... You just blocked my mini-map completely, kitty. I literally can't see my mini-map now. Now I'm going to have to raise this because I'm nice. Okay? And I don't want to move you. So I'm just going to raise it up so I can see the mini-map. Does look like Invoker is teleporting bottom lane. No action going on down here besides some farming. Venge looks like he's going to be stacking these creep wave or these camps. I don't know why I keep calling them creep waves. Both camped successfully. Both stacked successfully. Man, Gyro has a bunch of stacked camps. Like, that one's not stacked, but like up here, dude, they are just making this game easy for Gyro. Like, he should not be farming down here. He definitely needs to get these stacks before the Dire team is aware of that. It does look like he is going to come over here. Oh, Snapfire actually took that stack from Gyro. Okay. The call down coming out. It does look like he is going to take this pretty fast. There is a scan coming down. The Puck and the Doom facing. But it does look like the Puck will be getting away. Invoker with an Illusionary Rune coming, and it does look like he is going to Cold Snap, EMP, earn the Elder Titan, but it does look like Elder Titan is just a little too fast and has a little too much magic resistance. The Fatal Bond's coming out on Invoker and the Illusions, but it's not going to be a lot of damage. It looks like both teams are kind of setting up mid. Gyro is going to go down here to farm these stacks up. Black Cannon up in 4. It does look like he is getting ready to do that. Meanwhile, top we do have the Coil and the Snapfire all on the Doom. The Doom is not able to get any Doom off on either Puck or Snapfire, and he will be going down to the Snapfire Mortimer Kiss. Does look like middle lane we do have the Witch Doctor all going in on the Elder Titan. We just saw a glimpse of that. Didn't catch the full thing. Gyro did clean up these stacks. This is a lot closer. Like, we have all the cores pretty much almost neck and neck with each other. We got Gyro and Invoker neck and neck. Doom and Snapfire pretty close. You know, 300 gold away from each other. And then we have the Puck and this Spec fairly close to each other. So it doesn't look like Puck is going to... Oh, is the magic missile could be going off. Oh, the silence. Oh, the teleport. Oh, man. I'm literally going to keep saying teleport at this point. It does look like the Doom and the Invoker are coming on. Doom almost does have a BKB. They are looking for that Gyro Doom so they can get that kill on the Gyro. Does look like Gyro is going to call down, is trying to go on the bench, but will it be enough in time? The bench magic sticks does stay alive. The Puck does finish the Venge. Wow. Spec getting a kill on the Gyro, and that's really the big kill here. You know, the Spec killing the Gyro. All the other kills were kind of mediocre. Getting that kill on Puck was a big one, but not as big as that Gyro death. It does look like they do stop the Invoker for a short time, but it will not be enough So BKB is done. He did use it in that last fight. Invoker does have the Boots of Travel to basically travel around the map. Spirit Vessel finish. Solar Crest on the Elder Titan. We do have the Rod of Atos with a mech going GG Boots on the Snapfire. Warlock still has his Arcane Boots. Living the poor man life right now. Witch Doctor has that Shadow Amulet for his Death Ward. That's really all you need for that. Bench has that Solar Crest. May be going for Ags after. We'll see. Blade Mail on the spec, and we're gonna be seeing Radiance probably in the next couple minutes on the spec. We do have last I knew. Yep. So Ags probably finished quite a while ago. Chrysalis, Falcon Blade, Power Treads. Nothing too fancy, but Elder Titan sensing something when he saw the Invoker keeping in. Puck picking up his level 10, 50 illusionary orb damage, even though he is higher than 10. He just now picked that up. Does look like mid tower may be falling. The tornado coming out, the call down coming out by the Gyro. Gyro is trying to get a couple kills. He does get a kill on the Witch Doctor. The Invoker falling extremely low. The Ghost Walk will not work in time. They are chasing down the Puck. Or not the Puck. The Venge. The Venge just swap trying to get away, but it does look like it will not be enough. Gyro taking down the Vengeful Spirit. A 3-for-0 trade going in the side of the Radiant team. So, I mean, right now, you're looking at almost done Radiance with spec. And that's what they need before they can kind of push this team fight. Wow. The BKB coming out on the Doom. The Doom, getting the Doom off on the Puck. And the pause. The door. My Hot Wheels collection, I do not have one. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. The Warlock all coming down, and it does look like the Blade Mail coming out from the Spec. The Spec does not have it. The Witch Doctor all just doing insane damage to Elder Titan, but not enough to bring him down, living with 70 HP. Oh, man. That was a 1-for-1 trade, but that trade going in on the side of the Dire team, getting the Puck kill for just a Witch Doctor. It does look like Tornado EMP coming out on the Snapfire, the Cold Snap, the Urn, the Doom Infernal Blade coming out, the Stomp coming out from Elder Titan, and it does look like Snapfire will be going down to the Deafening Blast. Ice Wall coming out by the Invoker, trying to get the Elder Titan. Elder Titan smashing on the Invoker. Invoker getting swapped in by the Vengeful Spirit. It does look like Warlock does go down to the Gyro, I think, right? I did miss that because I was watching the Invoker. But they did get that return kill on the Doom. But that is all they have. The Silence, the Coil, the Illusionary Orb coming out on the bench. And it does look like the poison is not going to be enough on the bench. Sacrificing his life for nothing. Bench living with 21 HP. The Puck just immediately respawning and dying. He just wanted that creep wave. Have you seen that? I do that all the time with Invoker. I don't blame him. That Scatter Blast, the cookie. So right now, we have Radiance online for the spec. So right now, pretty much every time Shadow Step is up and every time Doom is up, they're going to be taking a fight. And those are really short cooldowns. Shadow Blade on the Gyrocopter. Making that into a Silver Edge eventually. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Speak it into existence. So the Silver Edge is mainly for the spec to stop his dispersion. That is a really, really big spell to, I should say passive to stop. Does have the GG boots online for the Snapfire. Does look like Blink with a Kaya. online for the puck. Does look like it is turned into a Kaya and Sanj. Witch Doctor still okay. He is queued up for his Ags. Now, I will say, I play a lot of Invoker. Depending on who's on your team, Octarinkor is so much better. He doesn't really have any long holds. It does look like they will be getting the gyro out of position with no BKB. This is a dead gyro. Everything committed to kill him. Will they be able to save him? The tornado coming out, the meatball going out, but will it be in time? No, the puck cleaning up with the double kill on the Invoker and the Witch Doctor. And it does look like this will be a team wipe. They do get the gyro, but a team wipe in the process. Very nicely done to recover a out of position gyro. Does look like they will be pushing top lane, and this tier 2 tower top will be going down. Gyro keeping top net worth. He is pulling ahead. He is about 2,000 net worth ahead of everyone. Invoker with the second position at 1,400. And then we have, I would say all the following cores kind of very equal. 4K net worth for the side of Radiant. And I'm calling them Radiant Dire because they have two different names each. I could say Cheese and Westlake, but it's so much easier to say Radiant and Dire for you guys. It does look like middle. We do have the Doom. Does get the blink on the puck, but did not have the Doom up. It was like a millisecond away before puck phase shifted and orbed out. Meanwhile, top we do have the Radiant team taking Roche. So Roche will be going more than likely to Gyro. Gyro with the Aegis. So now, if they get him caught out like they did the last fight, it would be a 0-for-5 trade. So right now, the Dire team has really got to watch it. It does look like Manta style is queued up for spec, and then the Eye of Scotty. But it does look like the Radiant team are going to try to push high ground, possibly. They do fall back. They are pinging the spec. It does look like they will be trying to get the spec. Smoke play by the Radiant side. Spec may stop to farm jungle, but he may see this other Titan Spirit. And yeah, he doesn't stop to farm there. He's like, you know what, I'm out, guys. See you later. Meanwhile, bottom, we do have Invoker, Doom, and Witch Doctor kind of trying to get a pick where they can. We do have Boots of Travel on the puck now. Alvin Tunic on the spec. That is a nice tier 3 item. Another smoke play. Invoker is coming in with the Ghost Walk. It does look like a Silver Edge going down. It does look like the Tornado EMP coming out on the Warlock. The Warlock trying to get his ult off, but he will not. No, he does. He lives. He gets the ult off. BKB on the Invoker. It does look like the coil will not be affecting. It does affect the Invoker, but not before he gets away. But it does look like the Snapfire going down, the Venge going down. Basically, all of your supports going down. Does look like they will be diving the Doom BKB, but that is way too late. A triple kill going on the side of Gyro, but they are not done yet. They are going for the Invoker. The sleep on the Invoker, and it does look like the illusionary orb hits, and it does look like a ultra kill for Gyro. Gyro does use the Aegis, but he gets away safe and sound. Meanwhile, Spec is kind of like, oh snap, I am in trouble. But with a Spec in the game, it's not over. But Gyro is just pulling miles and miles ahead at this point. Because now you got Gyro 5K ahead of Invoker. And then Puck now 2K ahead of Invoker. This mid tier 2 is going to be falling. The Dire does use their glyph. Doom TPing top. He does have Doom. He does have Blink in 1 second, 3 seconds. The coil coming out on the bench and the Doom. The illusion arrow. The call down coming out on the Doom. The Doom. It does. The coil. Oh, the swap on the gyro. The magic missile. Will the Doom be coming out? Why is the Doom not coming out? It does come down on the puck. I would have thought they would have used it on the gyro. They just cannot clean the gyro. Oh, the tornado catching the gyro. Oh my god, the BKB coming out on the Invoker. Invoker Ghost Walking does get dusted. The Meteor. Oh my god, he is so low. He does get that lifesteal off the Satanic up in 2 seconds, so they're not going to be able to kill him. But they do get the return kill on this. Oh, the GG boots! The tornado missing, and the Invoker is going to have to run back inside his base. Oh man, guys. I can tell I am totally rusty at this.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And it does look like Gyro doing quite a bit of damage to this top tier 3. If you notice, like the top and the the swap into the base, the EMP of the tornado. The EMP is going to miss because of the tornado. The call down, the cold snap, the ice wall coming out, and it does look like the pure damage from the Witch Doctor ulti, the Maledict coming out. Gyrocopter doing everything in his power to try to stay alive, but he does not. Invoker gets the Deafening Blast for the kill. Other Titan, they are chasing the... I forgot. The Gleipnir coming out, but it does look like it will not be enough. The Snapfire dropping. The Elder Titan trying to get a return kill on the Elder Titan. He does! With that BKB invincibility from his Axe. The Stomp coming out, but it will not be in time. Doom cleaning up that Elder Titan kill. So it's going to be a 3-for-1 trade in the side for the Dire team. That is definitely what they needed. If we look at that, look at that gold exchange and that XP exchange. That is what needed to happen. That was phenomenal. That is something the Dire team, that swap that Benj did up here, that initiated that entire fight, was brilliant, was well done. Gyro got a little too cocky, got a little too close. Maybe he forgot there was a swap, and it just started the entire thing. Getting that Gyro pick was huge for Dire to stay in this game. Does look like a double damage on the Doom. More than likely, he will not be using it for anything. Spec does have that Manta. Maybe saving for buyback. We'll see if he picks up a couple orbs. Does look like the Dire team is getting this Tormentor. Does look like Ag Shard on the bench, so that will make the Magic Missile bounce another time. That's a pretty good Ag Shard on him. Oh, does look like he does phase shift teleport away. Does look like they're like, you know what, Dire team took it, we're gonna take it, but we're gonna take it a little faster. Puck just farming up down here. Does have his Octarine core. Now, we're gonna look at the items since it's a little laid back right now. We do have Ag Scepter on the Elder Titan, which basically means whatever heroes he hits and the spirit comes back to him, he gets that 2 second, 4 second, 6 second, depending on how many heroes he hits. BKB. We have the Snapfire with the Gleipnir, really good lockdown. With the GG boots, basically purges anything that's on them. We do have the Mage Slayer for that magic resistance, Satanic for that lifesteal, Silver Edge, like I said earlier, for the spec. Silver Edge coming out by the Gyro, maybe looking for a kill. No, he just uses it on a creep wave. Venge does have her Ag Scepter, so when she does die, she will spawn an illusion that has all of her spells. Doom, Blink, Pipe, BKB. It looks like he's kind of going auras. Octarine Core queued up next, maybe for that early Doom, Hand of Midas kind of thing. Warlock. Val for his fatal bonds, you know, that thing. And then his all does look like a smoke play coming out by the Doom Witch and Vengeful Spirit. Maybe they are looking to get a pick off. We'll be monitoring that. Invoker does have his Axe, BKB, Hanaminus, Spirit. And it does look like Ice Scotty is completed for the spec. Very nicely done. Now this is a key point. Okay, I was gonna say I don't think he should be going Moonshard just yet. There's so many better items out there. Puck does blink away before they do catch him, but he is coming back. He is trying to get a pick now. Doom is up. Does miss the stop blink, the blink stop, whatever you want to call it. Does look like the coil coming out on the Doom and the Witch Doctor, kind of leashing the two. Doom does break it, does get the snap. Spec does shadow step into the fight, but it does look like this fight will be short-lived. Elder Titan blinking to his astral imprisonment. No, that's the wrong spell. Don't quote me on that, guys. It's astral spirit. I knew it had an astral in it. I do not play Elder Titan, and I like never see him. Okay, so we do have a pipe now for Snapfire. So pipe on both sides. Does look like they are going top lane. Roche is back up. See, that's another thing I used to be good at, is knowing when Roche was coming right back up. But it's okay. I'll get better. The warding, it does look like they take down the warding. I wonder if the Radiant know that Roche is up. The smoke play on the Snap Gyro and the Warlock. So there will be a battle here at Roche. Doom hiding in the trees. Kind of looking, seeing, okay, is there anyone coming? Oh man, this is gonna be a big fight. This could determine the game outlook. Oh, and it does look like the Doom coming out on the gyrocopter. The gyrocopter is not able to get any, but it does look like the Doom may be going down. The Puck getting the leash and the sleep on 3 heroes. Spec is just melting under the pressure of everything, but Spec does live with about 500 HP. Meanwhile, backline Puck and Snapfire are just shelling off their ults with the Mortimer kisses. Puck getting a triple kill. Spec and Venge do manage to get away. Spec is just up here kind of la-di-dying. Man, that happened so quick. The fatal bonds with the freaking the chaotic offering. Oh my god, and the coil and whew, the Elder Titan stomp into the Earth Splitter. Oh man. It's such a deadly combo. Like these fights, if Gyro doesn't overextend and get caught out, I think these fights would be so one-sided. But Gyro, time and time again, gets caught out. If you notice, you know, he got caught out here. And then he got caught out here. And then he got caught out here. And, I mean, these fights, they're very close. But if he had managed not to get caught out those 3 times, these fights would be... they would be Radiant-sided all the way. But that's something Gyro is... he does have a blink now. And again, Doom is up. They are looking kind of for another kill. Snapfire hiding in. The 3-man coil on the Witch, Doom, and Venge. The sleep. The Mortimer kisses coming in. Oh man, the devastation. Spec trying to get the Warlock kill, but he was unable to even find the Warlock kill. Now Spec is just melting to the Gyro, Puck, and the Snapfire. Oh, and just couldn't do anything. The buyback's coming in for the Venge and Witch Doctor, but it is going to be too late. And, you know, this is what I was saying earlier. As long as Gyro isn't getting caught out, these fights are going to be one-sided, I think. I don't think they can match up with the team fight of the Radiant side. Another roast going to the way of the Radiant. Gyrocopter taking the Ags. Sapphire going back for the Cheese. Did I just see Overwhelming Blink? I feel like I just saw Overwhelming Blink. Yep, okay. Puck does have Overwhelming Blink. Which, you know, I don't think it's decent. It's not like super good, but it's not super bad. I think Arcane Blink, just because of his phase shift and everything, is better. But they basically want to do so much burst damage with their combo that Dire doesn't live. So I can see why he went that. The coil coming out on the Ben's killing, but the illusion is up. The swap going on the snap. The ice wall catching him. The cold snap to earn. Will it be enough? It will be with the deafening blast. Does look like Elder Titan does get the sleep on the Invoker. The splitter coming in. The Ghost Walk. The BKB coming out on the Invoker. Meanwhile, they do get the gyro with the Doom. It does look like the sleep will be finishing off the Witch with the Puck poison. Puck trying to get away. He will be getting away with the teleportation, because I don't want to say the other word because I can't. It does look like Puck does get the Overwhelming Blink back in. It does look like the silence, the phase shift, and he does orb back out, taking all the Elder Titan sleep into the switch. It does look like Invoker is trying to hold this off with the Tornado EMP, but it will not be enough. He does get coiled, he does get silenced, and he does get poisoned, going down to the Puck. Very nicely played by the Puck. The Invoker buying back, trying to save this top racks, but it does look like the glyph coming out for the side of the Dire team. Puck getting healed back up. Does look like Puck will be going back in with the Overwhelming Blink. The poison going in on him. The silence going in on him, taking him down to, well, almost half life. The Ghost Walk coming in. Top racks does fall to from the Dire. It does look like mid will be going down as well. Spec does have buyback, but is opting to save it, knowing that they cannot finish the game right now. But it does look like they will be losing a couple set of racks. It does look like the buyback coming out from Spec. Now Spec does get the Shadow Step in, taking the Warlock immediately down. Puck does phase shift, missing the dagger. It does look like Puck will be Overwhelming Blink out. The Lincolns does pop on him. The Elder Titan does get the sleep on the Vengeful Spirit. The Illusionary Orb coming in. The Silence coming out. The poison on the Vengeful Spirit. The Cold Snap on the Puck. The Puck does not have Lincoln's Orb. He does have it up now. The Tornado EMP coming out. The stun coming in. The EMP. The Ice Wall does miss. The Puck coming back in. Phasing in. Getting the kill on Venge. And coming back out. And the Doom coming out on the Gyrocopter, trying to do something to him. The Witch Doctor does get the Maledict, does get that pure damage off, does take that Gyro down with that pure damage. And it does look like the Puck trying to finish. The Stun Strike coming out does miss the Snap Fire. All is well. Puck waiting in the trees to try to get another pick off where he can. Going in, trying to pick up the illusion of the Gleipnir. The poison will not be enough to finish the illusion of the blink on the Invoker. Ice Wall, Cold Snap going in. The Deafening Blast, the Meteor, the Shadow Step, everything for that Snapfire. Snapfire going down. Will be down for 80 seconds. Does have buyback. And it does look like they are trying to find the Puck at this point, but I don't think they're going to be finding him. You okay, buddy? I know. So let's see what Puck decides. If he decides to upgrade the Switchblade. Does look like Invoker is trying to look for the puck. Puck is TPing out, so Invoker will not be able to find that puck kill. Meanwhile, it does look like they will be taking the Tormentor with the Gyro and the Warlock. Warlock needs to be careful. Gyro can just lifesteal. Yeah, realizing the Tormentor is really hard to do late game when there's just one or two people I've tried with Arcor. It doesn't work. You need like the whole team. Disperses the damage. There you go. Yeah, just a more tankier, like, you got less than a 1500 when Warlock went to take it, where now you got 3400. Okay. So we got Nullifier on the spec, going for that Ag Scepter on spec. Witch Doctor does have that Ag, so that bounce is huge, as we saw that last fight. Getting that Gyro, getting that Snapfire low. Doom does have that pipe Octarine core, so that the Doom is only a 90-second cooldown, so it's not that much. The breaks the Lincolns, but Spec does phase shift out. They're looking for him, but it does look like Puck will be getting away. The Illusionary Orb coming out. Puck is going forward. The overwhelming blink coming out. Puck is just going ham. He is going ham. Keeping the Venge. Coiling the Venge. Gyro blinking in. Does look like the Gyro's Lincoln does pop. It does look like they do get the Venge. First kill. Elder Titan getting the sleep off on the Witch. The Witch Doctor does get his ult or his shard off. No, that was his ult. Witch Doctor going down to the might of the Gyro. That will be a double kill going in the way. It does look like he will be getting his level 25. Minus 6 seconds for the flak cooldown. Doom is still up and available. The sleep trying to come out on the Doom. Spec will be humming missiled unless they can peel that off him. It does look like it will connect. Not too much damage done, but it does look like middle racks will be falling. The Cataclysm coming out. It does land on a couple. They're trying to get the Gyrocopter, but the Gyrocopter with Satanic. The Splitter coming out, taking down the Spec. Spec and Invoker, no dieback. Or that is a dieback. And that will most likely be the game. That the nuke, the power of the nuke, does look like Gyro will be going down. Venge does buy back, saying, you know what, the Gyro went down. Maybe we can hold this. But Gyro does buy back. The Puck, just too much. Cleaning up this Venge. And that will be game for the Radiant side. Radiant taking game number 2. Very well done. And so, and that's, I kind of predicted the team fight to go in the way of the Radiant. I think what would have helped the Dire is they needed to get more pickoffs earlier with the Shadow Step. They had the Doom Shadow Step Invoker. It was a really hard lineup. Especially with this lineup, they had so much team fight and coordination, you know, with the coil, with the Earth Splitter, with the call down, with the Mortimer Kiss, with the chaotic offering. Like, those are just all AoE ults. Where you look at the side of Dire, Doom, not an AoE ult. It's a single target ult. Spec, single target ult. Witch Doctor is a single target ult until you get Shard, then it's multiple. Venge, swap. Invoker, a bunch of disabled. But all in all, well fought by both teams. But Radiant did pull out a win in the end. And I think this game would have been over a lot quicker if Gyro hadn't have gotten caught out all of those times. Venge did a really nice job swapping when she could, getting that Gyro even more out of position. And Doom did a really good job, you know, blinking in, getting that Doom off on Gyro, kind of stopping from him hitting the entire team. But it wasn't enough. Spec couldn't come online quick enough to get the Dire team where they needed to be. So good game, well played all around. And I am out. Nope. So these are all group stages. So they just do a best of two. I'm not sure